Hello and welcome to the demo videos of the VisKonz TextWidget. The VisKonz TextWidget is a plugin for your web applications that allows dynamic text to be embedded in websites, whether they are coded in HTML or automatically generated by a web application environment like Seaside. The dynamic text reacts to user input and is updated automatically by the server without reloading the website. The motivation to build the text widget was this. Our company, VisKonz, has built a remote database tool called Query Vision. To make it more flexible, we wanted to integrate a scripting tool so that the user can input source code in customizable syntax, which is then evaluated by the server. A reasonable scripting editor has to offer auto-completion to help with the underlying class structure and method names available. So auto-completion is necessary, and additional features like auto-formatting and syntax highlighting could also be helpful. It is built in two parts. The server program is built on top of Squeak, a free Smalltalk, and the client program is built as a Java applet. The server part could be programmed in any language as long as the platform supports multiple simultaneous sockets milliseconds apart, but Smalltalk was chosen because its dynamic environment enables rapid programming and offers the Seaside web server. Since HTML with JavaScript only makes single-lined auto-completion possible and all other goals of the widget impossible, we chose to program the client part in Java, which was also favored instead of Flash so that websites can be viewed on as wide a range of browsers, operating systems, and devices as possible. Now we want to show you some of the features. In this, we take a look at the available demo applications one at a time. The first demo is the simple evaluator application. It takes the text that the user inputs and interprets it as Smalltalk on the server, then returns the result to the widget. Use it as a calculator, and press Ctrl S to evaluate the expression. You can also do the new code is in fact evaluated as if it was compiled with the server, which might surprise you if you normally program in static languages like C++ or Java. However, it is not a benefit of the widget, but of having a dynamic language like Smalltalk. Of course, such an application is so powerful that it would be dangerous to give such access to your server to the general public. Either you can use it as an administrator's server console, or you can restrict the commands that can be evaluated to things such as arithmetic expressions. Here we see the autocompleter that comes with the text widget. The items that comprise the list are chosen by the server and can be programmed to suit your needs. For example, by showing a list of Smalltalk classes, you can enter the list by pressing F3 and close it by pressing Escape. If you scroll down, you will see that below the classes that begin with the letters are those that have this character sequence anywhere in their name. You can select a list item by double-clicking or by pressing Enter, which then replaces the word that is to be autocompleted with the word found. The autocompleter can be programmed in any way you like by writing some lines on the server. Now you can notice the syntax highlighting. The server recognized the word morph. We continue by typing method names. The server was configured to respond to the second letter of a word and offers us a list of choices. To autocomplete, we can double-click an item or press F3, choose the item, and press Enter. Upon pressing Ctrl S, the string is evaluated so that it will open a graphical object on the server. By the way, you can open a help window by pressing F2. F2 and the other function keys are not available on all devices, so we will provide alternatives. In the help, you will see that there are many more features, two of which are the natural language completion and the natural language translation. Ctrl E, English autocompletion. Ctrl D, German autocompletion. Ctrl T for translate. Ctrl B for translate back. Other languages can be easily added on the server. Also, depending on the application, you might be interested in using the default natural language library for computer language autocompletion. Now let's take a look at other applications. Auto Updater application. This application shows that we can not only react to every keystroke the user makes, we can also schedule automatic updating, in this case every 50 milliseconds. This example only replaces the current text by a millisecond count, but every action the TextWidget is capable of, like translation or synchronization between different users, could be triggered by the automatic scheduler. If you are using the auto-updating application, you can press Ctrl+S and the server will open an Object Explorer on the request that just came in. You can take a look at this request, but we will take it apart in a later video. The next demo, KeyPressUpdater, modifies a string morph you will find on the server's desktop. It replaces the shown text by the text inside the TextWidget every time the user presses a button. At first look, this seems to be a trivial application, but consider a distributed application that runs in the web browsers of many users, and you want each of the users to see the same data, i.e. synchronizing them, and also updating the corresponding entries in a database. The method changer application modifies the server source code, adding methods to classes dynamically. In this example, we will edit the class evaluator application, the demo we saw before. Type in the class name followed by a method name, then press Ctrl+S. If the method exists, its source code is displayed. If it doesn't exist, you are given a template. Next, you can modify the method source code, and upon pressing Ctrl+S again, the server takes the source code and compiles it into the corresponding class. Note that you can easily modify this application to allow certain users to only view or change certain classes or methods.